Hello everyone, welcome to Banking Hatke. I am Priyanka and in this video I am going to discuss few arithmetic questions. So let's start this video. This video start with our first question which is based on profit and loss. So the question says the cost price of a pen is 50 rupees and that of a notebook is 140 rupees. If the pen sold at 200% profit, then to purchase 10 such notebooks, how many pens are required to sell if only profit money is used to buy notebooks? That is, few pens are sold and the amount we get as a profit is used as complete CP for buying this notebook. Here it is given that cost price of notebook is 140 and we have to buy 10 such notebooks, therefore total money needed is 1400. So we have to find out by selling how many pens we will get this 1400 amount. So for pens it is given that 200% profit by we get 200% profit by selling a pen. So what does this mean? This 200% profit means if the CP is 100, then the SP would be 200 more than this, that is 300. So we can easily see that the SP is thrice of CP. Therefore, in this case, our CP is 50. Therefore, our SP would be 150. Therefore, total profit earned is 100 rupees. So, we are getting 100 rupees from a single pen, but we need 1400 rupees. So, pens needed to sold equal 1400 over 100. Therefore, 14. Therefore, 14 pens needed to be sold so that we can buy 10 such notebooks using that money we get for as profit. So 14 is our answer. Now move on to our next question. Okay, in this question it is said that ABC together works for 240 over 47 days to complete a job and A is 33.33% more efficient than C, and it is also given that C and B together complete the job in 80 over 9 days. Now it is given that ABC is taking 240 over 47 days and B and C taking 80 over 9 days. Therefore total work we have to find the total work, and using that we can find the time taken by C to complete the work. So how will we get this total work? We can get total work if we take LCM of these two. So by taking LCM we will get total work as 240. After getting total work we can find out the efficiency of each of them. So to find efficiency we have to divide this with at first this, so that we will get efficiency for ABC. So efficiency for ABC would be 240 over 240 by 47. So if we simplify we will get it as 47, and efficiency for BC it would be 240 over 80 by 9. So if we simplify we would get it as, if we multiply this two, as 27. So if we write it properly, the efficiency for A, B, C is 47 and that of B and C is 27. Therefore efficiency of A would be just subtraction of these two, that is 20. But it is given that A is 33.33% more efficient than C. Now this 33.33% can be written as 1/3 if we break this properly. So if we write these efficiencies of A and C, if efficiency of C is 3, then that of A would be 1 more than this. So efficiency of A would be 4. But it is given that efficiency of A is 20, so it is 5 times this. So efficiency of C would be 15. Therefore time taken by C to complete the job, now the efficiency for C is 15 and total work is 240. Therefore, as we have seen before, if we divide total work with time taken, we will get efficiency. So inversely, if we divide the total work with efficiency, we will get the time needed, that is 16 days. Therefore 16 days is the time taken by C to complete the job. So this is our answer. Now move on to our next question. This question is based on boat and stream. The question says a man can row a distance of 30 km downstream and return in total 8 hours. Since he is going downstream, so while returning he is coming in upstream. Now the speed of boat in still water is 4 times that of speed of current. So we have to find the speed of current. So if we write it as speed of boat as B and speed of current as C, so we can take speed of C as x, so speed of boat would be 4 times this, that would be 4x. Now what does downstream means? Downstream means the boat is going along the stream, therefore the speed of boat is more, that is speed of boat and the speed of current adds, and we will get the speed of downstream as 4x plus 5x, that is 5x. And while coming upstream, the boat has to come against the stream, so we have to subtract in this case, so it would be 4x minus x, that is 3x. So this is the values for our D, downstream speed and upstream speed. So now we can form the equation. Okay, before writing this down the equation, the basic formula for time, speed and distance as well as both stream is the speed is equal total distance over total time. So we can also write this as total time is as total distance by total speed, or distance by speed. So in this case the distance is 30 km. So at first it is going downstream, so as we have seen the downstream speed is 5x, and on returning he is covering the same distance, that is 30 km, but in this case the speed is 3x. So we are getting total time from this, which is given as 8 hours. So if we simplify this, we will get the value for x. So if we write it as 6 over x plus 10 by x equal 8, or we can write 8 equals 16 by x, that is x equal to. So as we have seen, or as we have taken x as our speed of current, and it is in this question it asks to find out the speed of current. So answer for this question would be 2 kmph, that is 2 km per hour. So this is our answer. Now move on to our next question. This question is based on mensuration. The question says the volume of a cylinder is 500 pi centimeter cube and radius is given as 5 semi, and the height of cylinder is equal to diagonal of a square, and we have to find the perimeter of that square. Okay, now the diagram for cylinder is like this. So for base, this is our radius and height is given as h. Now the formula for its volume is pi r square h. So if we put the value of r, which is 5, we can write it as 25 pi h, but in this question it is given as 500 pi, therefore it is equal 500 pi. So we can easily find the value for h as 20. Now this h, which is equal 20, is equal the diagonal of a square. Now for a square, let side be a, so this side will also give us a, so diagonal for this would be root over 2a, so this is equal to root over 2a, so a is equal 20 by root 2. Now we have to find the perimeter of square. Perimeter of square is 4a, so it would be 80 by root 2 centimeter. So we can write the answer as 80 by root 2, but in certain cases, according to the answer, we sometimes have to rationalize this. Rationalizing mean we have to multiply with root 2 in the denominator and as well as in the numerator. This root 2 and root 2 combines and gives us 2, so we can simply get 40 root 2 centimeter as our answer. So this is our answer. Now move on to our next question, which is also the last question. Okay, in this question it is given that a patient was taking a medicine containing 3 parts of water and 5 parts of syrup, but the doctor advised the syrup and water must be in equal parts. So to make this, how much of mixture must be drawn off and replaced with water? So initially the ratio for water and syrup is 3:5, but as doctor advised, the ratio of water and syrup has to be 1:1. So how to make this possible? To make this possible, we are drawing off some amount of mixture and adding same amount of water. Okay, but in this procedure the total amount or the total quantity of that mixture doesn't changes. That is, initially if it was of 8 unit, finally it is also of 8 unit. So this can be make 8 unit if we just multiply this with 4. So now we just can simplify this. 3:5, now it becomes 4:4. This has done since the amount of syrup is taken out. This is done since the amount of mixture is taken out, and in this mixture we can say the syrup is also taken out. So the amount of syrup is taken out is actually gives us the amount of mixture taken out. So in this case the amount of syrup initially was 5 unit, but finally it is 4 units. So amount taken out is 1 over the total quantity of syrup is 5. Therefore 1/5 of syrup is taken out. So we can easily say that 1/5 of mixture is actually taken out and that much is replaced with water. So our answer would be 1/5. So this is all about this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you like this video, and if you like this video, do like, share and subscribe to Banking Hatke, and do subscribe, obviously do subscribe for more such videos, and thank you.